everybody, this is Rachel Pontillo from Holistically Haute, and I am here today to talk about self-care during the holiday season. Now, during the season between really Thanksgiving all the way up to New Year's and even a little bit beyond, it's really important to focus on making sure your own needs are met before you can really focus on giving to others. That is whether you're a parent, whether you're not a parent, it doesn't matter. Everybody is responsible for giving to somebody else during the holiday season. That's just how it is. And I was reminded of the importance of this by Rose Payne, who conducted a couple of the early lessons in my training at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And she said, you cannot give from an empty cup. And that really resonated with me, and I find myself repeating that over and over again. I find myself telling clients that, I find myself telling family members that, I find myself even writing it in my journal to remind myself. Because in all the busyness and hustle bustle of the holiday season, all of the travel plans, if you're hosting, all the menu plans and entertaining plans for your guests and shopping and all of that, it's really easy to kind of lose yourself and get overwhelmed. So I'm going to give you a few tips today to help you focus on yourself and help you find time to focus on yourself, because I know we're all busy. So first thing I want to remind you to do is focus on slowing down and taking breaths. When we feel that things are starting to get overwhelming, if we're, at work on the last day before vacation, or it's the last day of the kids' school before their vacation, and you're getting ready to leave for the holiday or getting ready to expect a whole bunch of people at your home for a holiday, it's so easy to kind of let the world move faster than your brain is able to keep up with. That is a signal that you need to slow down. I know that sounds really ironic, but kind of helping yourself slow down helps you process things, helps you organize your thoughts. And a great way to do that is to practice some deep breathing exercises. I wrote about this a few days ago in an article about the breathing exercises I learned from Dr. Andrew Weil. And I highly recommend you check out those exercises and make them a part of your daily life, because it only takes a few seconds. It's not a big long meditation or guided visualization. I mean, those are great too, but not everybody has time for that every day. Everybody has time to take 30 seconds to practice a few deep breathing exercises. So check out that article. I'm going to post the link on my website, holisticallyhaute.com, and do those exercises. You will be surprised at how fast you feel less overwhelmed. You cannot avoid stress, especially around the holidays. It just keeps coming at you. But what you can do is control some of the ways that it affects you and not let it take you over. And that deep breathing really helps with that. Secondly, make time to pamper yourself. Now, when I say pamper yourself, I'm not saying book a spa day, book a spa weekend, which, that would be great. If you can afford it, if you have the time, go for it, by all means. But if you're like a lot of people, you just don't have a day where you can drop everything and just devote it to yourself and have somebody pamper you. And that's okay. But maybe you have an hour to get a facial. Maybe you have 45 minutes to an hour to get a massage. If those are still out of your price range, maybe you can go get a manicure or a pedicure. Have somebody else take care of you. And if you don't want to do any of that, have somebody in your household take care of you. Have them rub your back for you. Have them paint your nails for you. I don't know. Get creative. I'm just saying, it's good to be taken care of. It's good to be pampered. And even something as easy and inexpensive as going to the mall, going to the makeup counter, and having somebody do your makeup for you. It's fun, and it makes you feel good. Go for it. Just make that time. Schedule it in your planner if you have to. Schedule that. Just make it happen. Make sure you do that. And I like to recommend people keep a journal every day, but during the holiday seasons, when our feelings can sometimes get a little out of hand, our emotions can run wild a little bit because of all the pressure and the stress and the obligation that a lot of people have. And if you're not one of those people, good for you. I'm just speaking for those of us who sometimes do feel quite overwhelmed over the holidays. A journal is a great way to get those negative feelings out, because you're expressing them, but you are doing so constructively, and you're not waiting until you get really fed up and explode at somebody who you really didn't mean to explode at, and maybe say something you didn't mean to say. It's really good to just write it all down and then turn the page, close the book, put it behind you. It's done. That's great for every day. But during the holiday season, if you've never journaled before, it's a great time to start. When you are planning a meal for your guests, if you're hosting, or if you are decorating for the holidays because you're expecting a lot of people, get people to help you. Learn how to delegate. It's so important. You can't do everything yourself sometimes. I mean, you could, but you drive yourself nuts. And accept that maybe things won't always get done to your, liking, but as long as they get done in some capacity, then if there's time left before guests show up, then you can go fix things. But learn to use the people around you who are close to you to make these things happen. Have the kids decorate. Have the kids set the table. Have your husband chop your vegetables. Just have people help you prepare so that everything is all laid out for you and you can just get things done one step at a time. Compartmentalize these things. It kind of makes it easier to do things step by step instead of having this gigantic thing that you just have to peck at little by little. It just seems so much easier when you organize things into tasks. If you have to put this out like in your day planner or your Outlook or whatever you use for your time management, do it that way, because it will just make things easier in the long run and less stressful, and you might actually get to enjoy your holiday meal along with your guests. Wouldn't that be nice? If you're traveling, same thing, delegate. Have all your family members pack their own things. Make a list and give each person a list of what they need to pack. This is, of course, providing that you have children that are old enough to read a list and follow the instructions. If not, if they're old enough to pack their things and they can't read yet, just tell them. Even make a recording. Find some way. Even make it fun for them. Make it a game. But have them put their stuff together. Show them, they know what their outfits are that they're going to wear for the fancy holiday party. Tell them to pack them. Tell them to pack their underwear and their socks. Don't feel like you have to do all that, because you probably will end up forgetting something and then you'll get mad at yourself. When it comes to unpacking, it's the same thing. Have everybody be responsible for their own things. Put them in the laundry pile, put them away, whatever. And just let it be like that, so that you're not feeling that you have this gigantic mountain of packing and unpacking to tackle, because that's just no fun for anybody. When it comes to the gifts, of which there can be many, don't be afraid to put them away for a rainy day. Sometimes a child will get a gift that they're super excited about, and while they might really like the other gifts, they might not be playing with them right at that time. That's the perfect time to take that gift and put it in the closet, put it in the attic, put it wherever you store things. And chances are the kid's not going to even remember what you put away, because they'll be so busy playing with whatever that favorite happens to be at that moment. And when that favorite doesn't give as much interest as it did in the beginning, that's when you bring out the rainy day presents. Believe it or not, I still have unopened presents from last Christmas that I'm still saving for a rainy day. So it's a good thing to kind of rotate through the gifts, keep things interesting for your kids, and not have your house look like Toys R Us exploded in it. So that's another one of my favorite tips. Last but not least for today, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Not a fan. I don't like the idea of saving all of this stuff up for that New Year's resolution. I will be better in the new year. I'll quit smoking. I'll quit drinking. I'll eat better. I'll exercise. I'll do this. I'll do that. January 2nd, I swear, but I'll just, be bad now. That is so much pressure and so much stress because, you just have this big, huge holiday celebration where maybe you've indulged a little bit. And then come New Year's, it's like, okay, now I have to get in shape. And it's cold and it's gloomy and the holidays are over. It feels like work. It's not fun. It's stressful. It's a lot of pressure. You want to be bikini ready by summertime. You have 6 months to do that. No. There's no time like the present to start living better. If you have an addiction like smoking, do it today. You don't have to wait. You can survive the holidays without that. You don't need it. I used to be a smoker. I will admit that. I quit cold turkey. Wasn't hard. I'm just saying. And, some of you might get all mad at me for saying that, but I'm sorry. It really wasn't that hard. Put your mind to it. We are all strong people with our own thoughts. We have control over our thoughts. We have willpower. Give yourself enough credit that you are able to do that. You don't have to wait for New Year's. And you don't have to make all these changes at once. Transition is really important in living a healthier life and taking baby steps. Because over time, baby steps lead to a completely new lifestyle. And you won't even know it happened. That's the best part. So those are my top tips for how to really take care of yourself through the holiday season. Because if you save it all up for New Year's, you're just going to be exhausted and overwhelmed and stressed out. And if you feel like you need a little support, I do offer health coaching services. I am giving away initial complimentary consultations. Visit my health coaching website at holisticallyhautewellness.com. And I would be happy to schedule a call with you. It would be a pleasure. And if you need some help pampering yourself at home, try those Holistically Haute bath salts. They're fabulous. The Holistically Haute Salt Bath Ritual. I love it. It's gotten great reviews since I launched it. I'm so proud of it. And yes, that is a shameless plug, but you know what? It's okay. It's all good. So again, my websites are holisticallyhaute.com and holisticallyhautewellness.com. Check them out. Read up on my archives and share the information. And also visit me on Facebook at facebook.com/holisticallyhaute and at Twitter at HHAUTE. Thank you so much. I will talk to you again soon. It's been a pleasure. Have a great day.